Hello guys, welcome to the new section, Microservices for Applications in Go. In this section, we'll work with web handlers, requests, and response writers. We'll use structs and closures for stateful handlers, and validate input for Go structs and user inputs. Later, we'll learn rendering and content negotiation, and implementing and using middleware. In the end, we'll build a reverse proxy application and export gRPC as a JSON API. Let's start with the first video of the section, working with web handlers, requests, and response writers. This video will explore creating a handler interface, listening on a local port, and performing some operations on an HTTP response writer. This should be considered the basis for Go web applications and RESTful APIs. Go defines handler functs and a handler interface with these signatures. By default, the net HTTP package makes extensive use of these types. For example, a route could be attached to a handler or handler func interface. We'll create a handler interface and perform some operations on an HTTP response writer interface after processing HTTP request. To get started, install curl from this website. You can download the curl version according to your system and then install it. On this link, you'll find various packages to download. To get started, create Section 7 directory. Inside this, create Handlers directory and navigate to it. Create a file get.go. With these contents, in this code, hello handler function takes a get parameter name and responds with hello name in plain text. Next, we create another file, post.go, and add this code. Here, we have a type struct, greeting response, which is the JSON response that greeting handler returns. We also have greeting handler, which returns a greeting response which either has errors or a useful payload. After this, we create a new directory, example, and navigate to it. Create main.go for execution. With this code, be sure to modify the handler's import to use the path you set up. It's time we test the code, so run main.go. We get this output on console, listening on port 3333. Now, in a separate terminal, run this command. This returns hello reader. Let's change the command and see what happens. We now get the result inside JSON parentheses, which can be seen here in a payload. We set up two handlers. The first handler expects a GET request with a GET parameter called name. When we curl it, it returns the plain text string hello name. The second handler expects a POST method with parse form requests. This is what you'd get if you use a standard HTML form without any AJAX calls. Alternatively, we could parse JSON out of the request body instead. That's all for now. We've worked with web handlers and response writers in this video.